Here I am, in hot pursuit of the most wanted tyrant in the world. Wait, you're probably wondering how I got here. Well, here's the story of how I lived my life in Ish's most recent 1,000 player civilization event. It all started here, a subpar application that somehow got me admitted to play.
Hello, I'm Golden Pepper, and this is my application for Civilizations 2.5.
For the next couple of weeks, it was chaos in the Discord servers trying to pick a nation to join. After considering many offers, I finally decided to join the CAS Coalition as an ambassador for foreign affairs. Through the chaotic, laggy start of the event, I made my way across the diverse terrain of Island 2 where
The 1,000 players in this particular event were divided between two polar opposite islands. Island 1 was a desolate landscape with wardens, a volcano, and one single tree. And Island 2 was the lush green island with all the resources anybody could ever ask for. Island 2 was my nation's choice.
Where I finally made it to the beach the CAS Coalition decided to call home. While most other players decided to mine, gather resources, or meet people, I was the most productive of all, which of course means I built a tiny pink pirate ship. Sliding smoothly into day 2, we started off pretty low-key. I helped out with the demolition of our community farm in order to make way for the pirate dock that was going to be built soon. The rest of our session consisted of me and Birch Basket exploring the larger nations around Island 2.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
How's it going? Yeah, that was me, sorry. Who are y'all with? What are y'all here?
The two of us are from the CAS Coalition.
Oh,
there's my
nice.
bodyguard. He wandered away. Firewall.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, I was just talking to Firewall.
What's up?
Hey.
Hello.
Oh, hey. You guys were with
Are
the
you guys-
people earlier on the water.
Yeah.
Are you guys live here or nah?
Nope. Nope, not at all.
You're just wandering around?
Yeah.
Along with new acquaintances, day 2 brought us the first nighttime on the server, where we took refuge in the hotel of another nation. Then we quickly ventured back to hometown before the server shut down for the day. Day 3 came quickly, and I got to meet the one and only Humble Snail for the first time in-game. Many of the builds in the Coalition were coming along nicely, particularly the capital thanks to HotSauceBeats and Willy, and I took my first action on Operation Glow. I created a simple street lamp design and built them around the current roads in the town in order to protect from potential mobs during the night cycles, which ended up rarely happening, but oh well, at least they look nice. The end of the session soon approached, and the Coalition members and the Pirate Republic convened at a local tavern for a party. After some questionable harmonizing, I got in a legendary fist fight with a player named Nezelet. And although no one was keeping track, I definitely won.
I'll beat you senseless. Arrgh. My spleen. Arrgh, my toenail. Give that back, you ratty dog. Arrgh.
Oh, lapis.
Almost immediately after, we lost a life that could not be replaced by anyone. The beloved Wood Daddy. After the tavern joined in a moment of silence for his unfortunate passing, the sun set on day 3.
You will be remembered for having been a good Malachite.
You're going out for Wood Daddy.
Before the server was opened on day 4, it was decided that me and Riss, another council member in the coalition, would be the diplomatic representatives for the coalition at the island-wide trial being held for Rory, the assassin of Wolfram, who was the leader of a different Island 2 nation. It was planned for Rory to come willingly to the Cass Coalition capital, then be escorted by several factions, diplomats, and guards to a neighboring nation known as the Commonwealth.
We're here awaiting the assassin to show up to submit custody to bring him to trial.
Then I'm in the right place. I'm like I said, I'm a member of the press. I'm here to
I'm not
provide
talking
coverage.
to you right now. Sorry, I don't speak to press till my story's done.
The trial wasn't going to happen till over an hour after the session started, so I was also placed in charge of designing and building the grand staircase for the nation's capital, which I would hopefully finish in time before the trial began. It turned out to be a lot more fun of a building task than I initially thought, but soon after the start of my construction, I had my first official meeting with Humble Snail, who is the head of an intelligence network with agents across the map.
Alright. Business. I know you don't want to be an agent. That's fair enough. But from events yesterday, it seems apparent that we're picking up information that you guys would find very useful. I'm basically saying I'd be willing to enter into information trade with you if that's what you want.
After a good chat with him, I decided I would reach out to Cass, the nation's president, to run the offer past her. I immediately got back to the task of the staircase, which people kept running off of and taking fall damage when it wasn't finished.
Don't do that. I've almost died like 8 times right now.
I finally went to gather the leaves I needed to add the finishing touches, and I was incredibly happy with how it turned out, and I think the others were as well. I went into the capital to ask people's opinions on the staircase, and while I was there, something crazy happened.
I only remember where it was set. So when they
really important question for you.
What was
what?
that?
The hell?
Oh, that's a trap! That's a trap! Someone just died by a trap!
No.
Holy
Dude, we have so many more trials to
Yeah,
conduct.
baby. We're saving city!
Tronky was here before.
If I can have the speech, I don't know as much as the rest of my folk in the Commonwealth. I'm just one of the minor.
What happened? What the
What the
5 leaders and diplomats were hit with a lethal trap while at a neighboring nation's meeting, and chaos soon ensued. The trial for Rory was thrown out the window, and he never even showed up to begin with. And almost immediately after the trap had went off, the session was over. As I'm sure you can all imagine, the Discord servers were going nuts between sessions because of the assassinations. The man behind the trap was found out to be a player known as Saps. I missed the first half of day 5, which ended up not being so bad because it was the slowest and most boring day for me anyways. A good number of national ambassadors met in our capital to discuss the recent events, and as I was not a part of this particular meeting, I didn't have much to do. I mostly spent the time exploring the local area and meeting people. I opened a bank account at our city's bank, which was based on a copper economy. All valuables were converted to a value in copper, which could be traded for other resources like food, blocks, or even other valuables. Here's a document where the system is laid out. As you can see, iron is equivalent to 8 copper, gold is 4, and so on. Other than that, not much happened. I took a loop around the city and noticed the ugly looking tower right behind our capital. Soon after the end of day 5, we were informed day 6 would be a build day, meaning no PvP was allowed and the session would be 4 hours long instead of the usual 2. Now, even though the intention of day 6 was for building, most of the build projects I was involved in were already done. So to pass the time, I decided to start working on connecting some roads, adding some more lampposts, and I even built a new entrance to the city's mine because the current one was not great. After finishing that up, I decided to use this freshly built mine to finally kit myself out in some of those nice blue rocks. Now, on and off, I'd spent probably around an hour mining before now and hadn't found a single diamond. And at the point I was about to quit, my guy HotSauceBeats motivated me to keep going when I found out he was going mining too. We were planning on adventuring the world a bit together during this session anyways, so I figured I may as well try and be productive before the expedition.
Alright, I'm gonna go right hither. Best of luck to you, sir.
Hot Sauce must have been my stroke of good luck because after him, I found diamonds over and over and over. Eventually, I decided to use some self-control to wait for someone with Fortune 3 to help me out. So not only was I able to suit myself up, but I had a few extra to hook Hot Sauce up with too.
What up, what up? Oh, thank you! Oh, I can do a chest plate and a sword. You're awesome, bro.
Our adventure started off pretty chill, and we just visited some of the close by cities. After that though, we went to meet up with the legendary A Freakin' Turkey to see his empire and finish our adventure with some of his people.
Hello.
We're building the temple. We're building the temple to Jesus. What is happening?
Welcome. HotSauceBeats is visited. I ignorantly thought our city hall was going to be the best build on the server. I was drastically wrong.
I did dare Hot Sauce to punch a bee though, which resulted in the unfortunate death of a significant amount of the conquistadors' bees. Holy, look at all those bees.
That is a lot.
I'll give you a carrot if you go in there and punch in one of them. The content would be pretty legendary. Oh, what have you done?
You dared me!
What's this? They're all dying from entity cramming from trying to get to you.
Just one chases you!
It's all good. My bad, I guess. That's so funny. We had a pretty interesting run through with a bunch of other nations where we stampeded through Barbie Land. Showed our hometown off to the conquistadors. This is me and Hot Sauce's pride and joy here. I built the staircase, he built the building, so.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh.
Dude, this looks great.
Gorgeous. Love the stairs.
I appreciate it, but your guys' is way better.
Oh, wow.
Hey, listen, it's not about how big it is, it's about the quality.
Amen, brother.
Quality here. I definitely see the quality here. I don't know.
Also, you guys have to come appreciate this guy's windmill that he built.
Yeah, I literally told him the other day. I told him yesterday when he... Oh,
yeah.
There it is! There it is! Hey!
Yeah.
Listen.
It's amazing.
You need to come and appreciate your windmill for a minute. We need to appreciate your windmill for just a quick minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks great. This windmill is beautiful.
And even went to a concert in the Commonwealth where Hot Sauce sold his soul.
Hey.
Oh yeah, this is their. I want to show you guys where that is.
Wait.
So sign and close, put a name, and then done.
What the heck are you guys doing? Selling his soul?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they are.
Dude, my soul's already sold to soul.
I got a
like
music
4
disc.
times now.
With time running out on the session, we made our way to the famous Luminaria Bridge, a nation that had put a ridiculous amount of time and resources into making a massive bridge to the current world border. We of course ran all the way to the end of it, and after leaving our names on the bridge and partying a bit, we realized we might actually have more time than we thought. We even had time for a boat race through the sewers of Luminaria.
No, this is on the mining team.
No, there's a chunk
crazy.
Boat race! Boat race!
Boat race!
It is quicker if you take a boat.
Boat
It is quicker if you take a boat.
Yeah, you legitimately need a
We got back to home base in time to catch the end of a concert at Yield Tavern, where the server closed on the longest day of the event.
Bar fight!
So good!
After 6 full sessions, Day 7 finally brought the change that would completely alter the course of the server so far. The borders were finally down. Orange names, meaning the players who were from Island 1, started popping up around town right after the session started. For the Coalition though, we had a bigger problem to worry about. Bees. Me and Hot Sauce went to try and help out the insane bee infestation that had happened at the end of Day 6. And oh boy were there a lot of bees. Potentially my favorite clip of the entire event is this one right here from one of the bakers in the Coalition.
Oh putain de merde. Oh non. Oh non non. Oh non 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 non.
The bee massacre went, well, about how you would expect. A lot of angry bees and a lot of confused people. After we finally got rid of that horde, we went to the meeting place where the funeral of Wood Daddy was going to be held, which was actually the first event involving both islands. The Coalition and Wood Mommy, a player closely related with Wood Daddy as I'm sure you could guess, were the ones setting up the funeral. We had an interesting first interaction with Wood Mommy, who did not exactly fit the description I had imagined. Oh boy.
Hey, Wood Mommy!
Hello!
I'm sorry for your loss, Wood Mommy.
I appreciate it.
That's not the voice I was expecting.
No. This led to a pretty unique funeral to say the least.
Everyone quiet down! Everyone quiet down! Everyone quiet down!
Yeah, I think he wants us to quiet down.
Shut up!
Anyway, call me Cass, please, please proceed.
Stop sniffing my hair.
Wait. I have a question before we start. Am I allowed to cry in any way? Am I allowed to cry?
Of course. We are gathered here today in the cherished memory of Wood Daddy, a beacon of kindness in our community. A word, please, from Wood Mommy now.
A tree, a player.
Wait a second!
After that charade, me and Planeman went to visit Island 1 for the first time. After taking a questionable path across the ocean, we eventually got there and did some sightseeing with some members of the Island 1 nation we were in.
Well, welcome to Island 2, boys.
Oh, thank you.
This is it?
This is it? Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Not very much happened on day 8 directly, but tensions were at an all-time high between nations. Some vital information had come out, which revealed that the mastermind behind the trap from day 4 that killed all those people was actually not Saps, but a player named Fluixion? I just called him Flux because I never figured out how to actually pronounce his name. But he was the leader of Luminaria. The Coalition planned to travel to Luminaria to arrest Flux at the very start of the session, so I hurried back to Island 2 as fast as I could. I made it for the very end of Cass's speech and rally, and we all ran to make our arrest.
Are we prepared to fight, Harbor Bloom?
We ended up finding him pretty easily, but because nobody knew what they were doing, he got away.
Wait,
We're
what?
under arrest.
Are y'all really checking if people have traps down there?
Involving the deaths.
Back up.
Back up. Okay, so someone else took an arrest. Yeah. Cass!
Which way?
Hey, stay.
What are you confused? I was heading the wrong way.
Kill on sight.
The group took pursuit of the suspect with a new kill on sight order, but Flux was a slippery man. He took out several players with clever traps and evaded almost everyone while he fled.
Keep your eyes on him.
Don't go in that.
Whoa.
But a few, including me, were able to stay on his trail.
That's him. Follow.
Get him! What had started as a group of dozens had turned into 3, and I was at the head of this chase. I followed him all the way to Island 1, where the chase continued on foot. At this point, only me and one other player were still chasing the fugitive. I followed him as I frantically gave out information to other players through Discord, and eventually gained enough ground to get my first hit on Flux.
We're at 100, negative 1200 now. We're heading southeast right now.
My heart was pumping like crazy, and I was just waiting for one of 2 things to happen. 1, either my allies show up to help me kill Flux, or 2, Flux's allies do and I get cooked. Unfortunately for me, the second option happened. A player named Gotiga came out of nowhere to help Flux, and this was an unfortunate time to find out a crucial piece of information. I suck at PvP. No! My time on the server was finally over.
No! Oh, Pepper! No!
I can honestly say that this was some of the most fun I've ever had in the game. I met so many cool people, and I would do it all again in a heartbeat. Although I didn't get to play in the last few days of the server, it sounds like it was a pretty legendary war that took place. I'm not going to cover that, but if you haven't already, you should definitely go check out Ish's video on the event, as well as anyone else that you can find, because every person's experience is seriously so different.